Welcome back to Stuck to Strong. One of the hardest parts of this journey wasn't the walking. It wasn't the early mornings. It wasn't the discipline. It was learning how to trust myself again after years of letting myself down. When you spent a long time breaking promises to yourself, you stop believing your own words. You say you'll start tomorrow, and you don't. You say you'll change, and nothing happens. You say you'll do better, but the older habits pull you straight back. And after a while, you stop trusting your own voice. You stop trusting your own intentions. You stop trusting your own potential. You start to believe that you're the problem, when really, you're just stuck. Rebuilding that trust didn't happen overnight. It didn't come from one big decision. It came from small, consistent actions that slowly proved to myself that I meant what I said. Every walk I completed, every morning I showed up, every time I chose the harder option, every time I kept a promise nobody else would ever know about, those moments were the bricks that rebuilt my self-trust. And here's the truth I had to learn the hard way. You can't build confidence without evidence. You can't build belief without action. You can't build trust without consistency. The old version of me wanted results without the foundation. He wanted change without discomfort. He wanted confidence without the work. And that version of me was always disappointed, always frustrated, and always stuck. But the man I'm becoming now understands something different. Trust isn't built through motivation. It's built through repetition. It's built through showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It's built through doing what you said you'd do long after the feeling has gone. The more I did that, the more something shifted inside me. I started to believe myself again, not because I said the right things, but because I did the right things. Trust became less about promises and more about patterns, less about intention and more about action, less about who I used to be and more about who I was becoming. And here's the part that surprised me. The more I trusted myself, the quieter the doubts became. The more I trusted myself, the less I needed motivation. The more I trusted myself, the more natural discipline felt, because trust creates stability, and stability creates momentum. Learning to trust myself again didn't mean I became perfect. It meant I became reliable. It meant I became someone I could count on. It meant I became someone who didn't crumble when things got hard. And that's one of the biggest shifts in this whole journey. Not the weight loss, not the fitness, not the routines, but the relationship I built with myself, I rebuilt with myself. If you're watching this and you feel stuck, I want you to hear this clearly. You haven't failed too many times. You haven't ruined your chances. You haven't broken yourself beyond repair. You just need to rebuild trust, one small promise at a time. Start with something tiny, something you can't fail, something that proves to you you can follow through. Because once you start stacking those wins, everything changes. This has been episode 13, and it's one of the reasons I'm becoming the man I always was, is learning to trust myself again.